Hi, folks. I just completed a workout and always turn to yoga to make sure everything that's tight gets right. So join me in child's pose. Press your hips back to your heels and rest your forehead on a support or your mat. With eyes closed, take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Just tuning into how you feel energetically, bringing to your sacred space what's going right in your world, and expressing that with prayer hands, if you'd like, prayer hands, resting prayer hands on the nape of your neck, a gesture of surrender, gratitude. And seal your prayer hands down to the ground. Inhale, come up, all fours. Step your knees about hip distance apart. Create a plumb line from your shoulder to your wrists. Press the ground away. Tuck your chin and tail cat pose. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your gaze to cow. A couple more of these. Come to neutral spine. Neutral spine, press your hips over to the right. Swing your hips back to your heels and over to the left. A few times at your own speed. Your breath is your metronome here. Exhaling back. Inhale to the side. It's like your tailbone is a pendulum swinging side to side. Come to neutral table again. Tuck your tail, tuck your toes, and press your hips up to the ceiling. Root through your palms. Press your mat away, protracting your shoulders. Keep your knees softly bent. Let your head go. Shake it a few times. Pedal out your feet, bending one knee and then the other. Resting in your breath. Resting in the stillness that your body craves, your spirit needs, and your mind functions best on. Lift your right leg parallel to the ground. Keep your hips facing down. Feel your glute engage here. Drive your knee into your chest. Keep your gaze over and between your thumbs, coming forward in the plumb line. Inhale back. Exhale, drive in and forward. One more time. Drive and hold, gaze forward. Step your right foot forward. Fingertip lunge. Adjust your hips. Look down, make sure you can see your toes. There's a plumb line again from knee to ankle. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Pause here, rock your hips side to side in low lunge. Walk your hands onto your thigh. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back and down, press your hips forward. Most of the weight is in your front heel. Use that as your fulcrum. Press your back foot down. That will help you stabilize your body. Raise your arms up, flip your palms forward, bend your elbows, bring elbows down to ribs. Straighten your arms, lift them up, bend your elbows, press elbows back, opening up the chest. One more time. Exhale. Fingertips down. Tuck your back toes under, look forward, lift your knee off the ground. Step forward, forward fold, shake it out, ragdoll. Hold on to opposite elbows. Rock your body side to side, getting into IT band. Neutral spine, gazing down. Let your fingertips drop toward the ground. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, never forcing. A gentle stretch for the left IT band. Press your hips to the left, feel that. And then switch. Back and forth a few times. Adding on, the next time your left leg straightens, raise your left arm out to the side, lift your left arm up. A couple of easy rotations of your arm. Come to neutral, looking down. Straighten your right leg, press your hips to the right. Notice the sensation from hip to knee, maybe even down into the low leg. Raise your right arm up, reach. Lift your chest slightly. Think of lifting your tailbone slightly. That will change how you feel, and some easy arm rotations. Looking down, bend both knees, shake your head. Walk your hands onto your thighs, straighten your elbows, peek forward, lift your tailbone. Let your blood pressure recalibrate. Slowly come to standing. Bring your palms together, thumbs to heart center. A gesture of equilibrium. Finding your center, rock around until you feel almost weightless. Inhale, release, prayer hands down, arms out to the side, lift your hands up. Interlace your fingers, release pointer fingers. A mudra symbolizing release of negative mindset and behaviors. Stretch up, reach up, side bend to the left, crescent moon. Up to center and over to the right. Do this a few times. One more time to the right. Raise your arms up. Full interlaced fingers come behind your head. Point your elbows forward. Press your elbows back. Look up. Lift your chin. Feel the stretch across your chest into the heart space. And breathe into that space. Look forward. Bring your palms to prayer. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, touch the ground. Step your right foot back this time. Low lunge, drop your right knee down. Create the plumb line between your knee and your ankle, fingertip lunge to low lunge. Move your hips. Just see if there's any differences in this side. And thinking of your left heel as the point at which all balance is relying. Press your back foot down and walk your hands up to your thigh. Notice the opening in the hip flexors on the right. With your balance secure, raise your arms up. Flip your palms forward. Drive your elbows back and down towards your ribs. Straightening your arms, lift and continue. By using the muscles in your upper back, you're effectively opening up your chest, which can get caved in and tight from your work or your workout. Release your fingertips down to the ground. Step your left foot back. Press your hips back, child's pose. Sit back on your heels. Squeeze your knees together. You can sit back in a block as well, getting into the quadriceps. Alternatives include stepping fingertips back, lifting your chest. Squeeze your knees together, lift your knees off the ground, ankle stretch. You can create a balance here, it's optional. Straighten your spine, squeeze your knees, and bring your palms together, thumbs to heart center. Wherever you are, coming out of that, sitting back on heels, walk your hands forward and spin to a seat. Step your feet apart, lean back. Drop your knees over to the left. Drop your knees over to the right. The wider your feet are, the more range of motion you'll find that you have. Drop your knees over to the right. Sit tall. Face your right knee. Walk your hands forward and come to a hip stretch. The closer your heart is to your ankle bone, the more you will feel the stretch. Let your head go, let your jaw go, and breathe. Slowly press up. Bring your hands behind you, spin forward, dropping knees to left and right. Windshield wipers are very effective at opening up the hips, pulling in synovial fluid and lymph, all the things your joints need. Spin to the left, sit tall, walk your hands forward, going for the outer hip rotators, especially piriformis and low back. Again, adjusting your heart as close to your ankle bone as you'd like. Let your head go. Just taking time in stillness to breathe and let your spirit quieten, and then notice how your breath sets off a chain reaction through your thinking into your body and your spirit, this beautiful dance that you find on the mat. Slowly press up. Spin forward and out. Drop knees to the right and left. Coming to hands and knees. Hands and knees, tuck your toes, press to downward facing dog. Walk out your dog. Raise your left leg parallel to the ground. Bend your knee, bring your knee to your belly. Shoulders over wrists forward into a quasi plank. Inhale back. Exhale, let's do that twice more. Last one. Drop your knee down. Bring other knee in. Press back to child's pose. Forehead to the ground. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Tuck your chin. You can stay here practicing Yoga Mudra, the seal of our practice. Tuck your chin. Raise your arms off your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Slowly lift your hips up. With chin tucked, weight of your head very light on your mat. Gaze stays at your thighs. 2 more breaths. And lowering down, sit back on your heels. Bring your palms together, thumbs to heart center. A couple of quiet breaths. Grateful for this day, for this body, for this moment, for this breath. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel well, be well, and